Hey everybody, welcome. Happy Monday. Happy Memorial Day. The day when we celebrate the men and women who died serving in the U.S. military. So big respect for their sacrifice to make it possible for us to have the lifestyle that we have. So let's just make sure that we say a prayer and have a special time to think about what that means. Okay, it's not just a day off work. It's an important day. So let's start the show. Hope everybody's doing great. I was able to sneak in a fishing session this morning, so that was really fun. But today I'm just drinking straight up water. Straight up water. I drank all my stevia sodas this weekend. I went crazy. What up, Maddie? Leonard in the house. I see Wayne was in here first. Wayne MMFC. Oh yeah, Wayne. I'm gonna have Wayne text me your address. I'm gonna do a drop off later. Should do that maybe after the show. But yeah, good stuff. I see. Let's see. Slinging Lead. What up, Cody? I think it's Cody, right? Cody. Try to remember everybody's name. Maddie in the house. Thanks for modding, Maddie. I realized last show you caught somebody right at the very end. So good job on that. Brian, what up? Leonard in the house. Leonard was out there fishing with me and Salty Dangler today. Super fun session. We hit up San Diego Bay. I'll tell you guys all about it in a little bit when the music is over. Jet in the house. What up, Jet? Thanks for jumping in the chat in the voice in the session comms today and checking out the session. Cool stuff. It's always cool to be out on the water fishing and have people call in or connect and get a status update on what the bite is doing. So it's pretty good. Raphael, welcome back. What up, everybody? Izzy in the house. What's up, Izzy? Always awesome to have you. Thank you. Captain Dan, what up? Captain Dan with the retracted message. Tyler says, hey guys, I'm heading back from a 2-day trip to San Clemente right now. Wow, that's right. That's good stuff. Are you in your car or on your boat? That's pretty cool if you're on the boat watching this. That's pretty cool. Raymond, what up? Welcome. Kevin in the house, TC Lures. Woo. Good job. Hey, Graham, what up, Graham? Remember the fallen. Hello, everybody. Exactly, remember the fallen. Graham, that's right. It's not just a day you get to stay home from work. It means a lot. Let's see. Captain Dan says, no, not a secret spot. Crushing it. The not so secret spot. That's right. Captain Dan hooked up a halibut on a jerkbait, I think, this weekend. So that's good. Tara says, on my dad's boat. Yeah. Oh, cool. That's awesome. We just got to Two Harbors. Oh, that's so awesome. So awesome. Joaquin says, what's up? Cool, guys. So today is a I wasn't even sure if we're going to do an episode today, but I don't have anything planned. We're just going to hang out, talk about the latest sessions that we've done. And if you guys have any questions, we could throw them in the chat. Basically, it's an open forum right now. So Leonard says, smash that like button. Thanks, Leonard. Super cool. Okay, so last night actually, it was like totally last minute or last hour. Salty Dangler put up a post on the MMFC Discord. He's like, hey, I want to go out today. I want to go out on Monday and see if we can get some fish in San Diego Bay. And I was like, I'll go. And then Leonard came out too. So we met up this morning, and it was just a trio, and we fished San Diego Bay, and it was cool. We got to explore a lot of that whole, all the docks over there. Like I think it's called Smuggler's Cove, like in the backside of where Humphreys is, like that whole area. It's such a. Roy says, "Moxu cow." Yes. What up, guys? Says HTX. So we explored like the whole backside of the whole, like all of those. Not, I wouldn't even say all of them. Maybe like about 2/3 or maybe half. There's a whole lot of docks back there, guys, that we kind of skimmed over, and there's a ton of fish. It was a fun session. And then on Saturday we had an outing that was pretty good. I can't remember the count off the top of my head, but Brian says, Maddie, lots of fish Saturday. Group goal was 100 fish. I think we got pretty close to 100 fish because Brian's boat, Brian and his son Brian got like probably like over 40 or 50 fish. So between everybody else, I think we might have scraped up about 100 fish. If you fish with us on Saturday, let's do this. If you fished with us on Saturday and you're on the chat, put in how many fish you caught on Saturday. See if we can make 100. I caught like I caught like 7 on Saturday. So yeah, put how many fish you caught on Saturday if you fished with us. So it was a good time. Okay, let's see. Raphael says, "Hey Roman, I guess the curse of the halibut is over." I caught my second halibut yesterday. 4 years trying to catch one, and now I caught a second one in the same month. Thanks for the tips. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, that's super cool. That's that's a good success story there, Raphael. Way to hang in there and way to keep at it. Super cool. Super cool. Jet headed out to SD Bay right now for a shore session. Right. Oh, that's cool. Nice job. Brian says, Maddie lost it. Okay, got that. Okay. Anyone fish La Jolla recently? No, but there's a guy on Instagram. His Instagram handle is Plastic Panga. He's been getting yellowtail there like last weekend and the weekend before that. He caught yellowtail on Saturday and Sunday on a freaking surface iron, dude. So that's cool. Maybe that's something we should try next weekend or something. See how that goes. Salty Dangler says, how did you do after I took off? All right, so I hooked up on something big and I fought it for a little bit with the A-rig. And then, I don't know, there was like so much boat traffic back and forth that I eased up off the rod and I gave it some slack and it came off. So I thought it was gonna be like a halibut because the way it was fighting, I thought it would be a halibut, but I don't know. It was just, yeah. I was trolling the A-rig and I caught something and I think that's what it was, but I can't guarantee it. So then, after that, I did end up catching one legal. So I caught after you left, I caught like 4 little ones, like 4 shorts. One that was, I don't know what it was, it got away, so that doesn't count. But then I caught one legal. So I'm excited that I actually caught a legal too. So that's good. But Salty Dangler, how many illegals did you end up catching today? Oh, Salty says 16 for Saturday. Yep. See, I think we got 100 between everybody. Let's see. Matty too says Nelson drove by Mission Bay and said he saw like 30 plus kayakers in the water. Was that on Saturday? There was a lot of kayakers on Saturday. Our group is strong. Our group is getting big. It's super cool. I think we might have to just start doing San Diego Bay all the time because it's just a lot of kayaks. Matty Tuok says Nelson fished La Jolla today. Said it was really slow. Oh, okay. One-handed angler. What up, Chris? Hey, Chris. Cool. Joaquin. My trailer was vandalized while the boat was in the bay. Oh, that's lame. What? What boat dock? Joaquin, was that in San Diego, in Mission Bay or San Diego Bay? Chris says, what's up, Wayne? Kevin says, that sucks about the vandalism. Chris says, sup, Darren? Good. Okay. Wayne says, that sucks, Joaquin. Lopez, what damage? Yep. HTX Polestar says he fished with no chair. He sat on a little cooler that, to top it off, he fell off the Hobie passport. Oh no. Oh. Rafael Cueva says, I caught a legal barred sand bass yesterday and I ate it today. Friday was so good. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, we usually don't eat bass, but hey, if it's legal, it's legal to take. I guess we can take it. Okay, Joaquin says, my cousin used my John boat, said they stole the 2-4 carpeted into us. They stole the carpeted 2x4s on a 6-month-old trailer. Oh, dude, that's lame. That's weird. Man, hard times. Hard times scavenging parts off of trailers. Jeez. Okay. Did anyone see the runaway boat in Mission Bay this weekend? No, I didn't. We didn't see it while we were on the water, but we saw. So Salty got so Salty's got 14 fish total today. 2 halibut, and 6 legal spotties. That was amazing. We're fishing on the bay together, but like we separated, and it was funny because we could hear him talking on the thing. He was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like he didn't believe it. So good. Yeah, but 6 legal spotties in the San Diego Bay. That's really good. That's a good day right there. Let's see. Chris says, there goes. Just came back from offshore. Couldn't buy a patty if I wanted to. Tons of bonito and bait out there though. Chris, were you running your own boat or did you go with somebody else? Brian says, Maddie, the boat accident was right where we were fishing. Must have happened after we left. Yeah. Man, that sucks, Joaquin. Yep. I posted a video on the runaway boat. Yeah, that's right. That's where I saw it. That's where I saw it, Wayne. I saw the runaway boat that you posted. I went to La Jolla on Sunday. I caught like 15 calicos. Cool. That's awesome. Lucky you guys weren't near the boats. I saw the video where it crashed into a sailboat. Dang. That's crazy. That's weird. Yeah, that's great. That's such a weird thing to happen. Like Modern Renaissance Man says, "What's up, Roman? Hello, people. There's a kayak meetup on the 13th at 7 a.m. I wrote it in my calendar. Any more info? Yeah, the kayak meetup is actually it's June 13th, and that's the On the Bay with CCA event. Did you register yet? Oh, did you register yet? Oh, I gotta get Chris the names for the winners last week. Gotta do that. Okay. Let's see, Chris. Chris, you need me to show you how? You're making Frank look good. Oh. Joaquin says, I thought La Jolla was off limits. Joaquin, La Jolla is not off limits. There's parts of it that are off limits. Like at the shores, if you launch off the shores, like that whole part is off limits. But you have to go look at the maps. You definitely have to go look at the MPA maps for La Jolla, so where you can fish and where you cannot fish. There's parts of La Jolla that are open, but you got to look to the maps to know where. Okay. Just going by what somebody says online could hurt you, because we're not being too specific, because I don't remember the exact coordinates off the top of my head. So it's best for you to look it up, and then that way you know exactly where the boundaries are. But there's parts of La Jolla you can fish, just not. Yeah, and you basically just look up the MPAs, the Marine Life Protection Act, and then those maps. They'll tell you exactly where you can fish, where you can't fish. Let's see. What up, Andrew? Welcome. Darren says, Modern Renaissance Man, it's on the CCA website. That's right, ccacalifornia.com. Is it .com? The boat launch in La Jolla is open to kayakers, street parking only, says Maddie. The boat launch in La Jolla. Boat launch. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's always, yeah, exactly. The beach launch. Hey Arnie, glad you joined us, says Captain Dan. Oh, Arnie, cool. Okay. Let's see. Bunch of bonies, Darren says. Chris, okay, one-handed angler, boo. What's up, Jason? Welcome. What's up, man? It's Jason. Hi, Jason. Oh, okay, Wayne. Sorry about that. .org. ccacalifornia.org is a website where you can find the information for the On the Bay with CCA event that's on June 13th. At least I got the date right. Maddie says, what size hook do you guys use when fishing for rockfish or sheep's head? Slinging lead, made it in time. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Where? I'm tired. I'm beat up. Okay, let's see. Cool. Looks good. Depends on the hook type, bait, and depth. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, it's a good answer for a question that's a little too vague, right? No, it's a like are you basically just drop shotting, or are you fishing live? Are you fishing like chunk bait, or are you fishing live bait? Hey, it's a Raphael says, "Hey Roman, let me have that angry butt shirt you have in the back of you for me catching a halibut." Nice, nice. That's so cool. Oh, so I only give out shirts on Friday, and it's to the winner of what's it called, trivia night. But this shirt, you can buy this shirt and help support the channel by going to shop.romancastro.com. It's not that expensive. It's like $27 for a sweet shirt. I designed the actual halibut here. It's 100% original. I drew this. He's angry. And he's a halibut. I feel like my hook was too big, says Maddie. Yeah, that was me. Oh, okay. Oh, I feel like a winner. Nice. Nice. Brian, after catching the big barracuda on the Colt Sniper jerkbait, MMFC official bait, right? Going to buy a jerk bait rod. Can't wait to try to get some Corvina on it. And you know, today I thought about bringing it out. Brian, is yours the mackerel pattern? I think it is, right? I almost feel bad getting it salty. So I think Brian, you got the 140 version. I'm not sure if this 170 is too much for the bay, but yeah, I'm gonna start throwing it too. I love this. I just wanted to get all messed up and rusty. Let's see. Let's do a status report on also how the Short Pounders event went. I came home after the fishing on Saturday with thinking I was gonna go back to do the Short Pounders event, and then freaking I blacked out after having a big dinner, and I woke up like around 8. It was dark. Well, it's starting to get dark, and I had one of those moments where you wake up and you're like, oh, like you don't know where you are for a split second, and I thought I had completely missed fishy hour. And then my next thought was immediately like, oh, I made a Short Pounders. Yeah, I pretty much slept. I pretty much came home after Saturday session and crashed. But yeah, it was a terrible moment. I felt like I woke up and it was like a weekday and I had totally slept through the show. So yeah, it's crazy. It's a Joaquin says, yeah, and there's turtlenecks with sea turtles logos on the neck. Yeah, there's no turtlenecks. That's funny. Yes, mackerel, you use it. Yeah. Mustad octopus hooks 3.0 and 5.0 says Wayne for fishing for Maddie's question. Okay, see, that's funny. What knot would you use to tie that bait? This bait? San Diego jam knot all the way. Is there anybody in the chat? Is there anybody in the chat that does not know how to tie a San Diego jam knot? Anybody in the chat that does not know how to tie a San Diego jam knot? It's okay to say it. We won't laugh at you too hard. Okay, let's see. If what? No. Okay, let's keep going. So Leonard says to Kevin, can't air for the next. Oh, can't wait for the next one. Cool. Yeah, nice. Several caught. See, so Kevin says several caught a bunch, several caught a few caught none. Oh, yeah. It was it seemed like it was a hard day of bites in Mission Bay when we fished on the yaks. I can imagine from shore. Darren says, why don't I see a green reel on a turntable behind you? I feel like I can't pimp that thing out until I pay for it. I haven't paid Wayne for it yet, so it's not officially mine yet. I just have the possession. Like I was tempted to fish it today, but I was like, I'm not gonna fish it until anyway. Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, that's why, Darren. I don't feel like it's officially mine yet. It's just borrowing it for now until I pay it. Captain Dan says, my 140-pound Newfoundland Duke was terrorized today by a very angry 29-inch halibut at the at the not so secret spot. Halibut, hilarious. Duke jumped a few feet vertical, trying to get away from it. Dude, that's awesome. Captain Dan, what'd you get that on? Was that on a jerkbait? On like a surf pointer, maybe? Like a what'd you get it on? That's hilarious. Yep. Is Ryan in here? Let's see Ryan in here. Okay. Oh, okay. So Raphael and Cody do not know how to tie a San Diego jam knot. Okay, I'm gonna get some string that you guys can see, and we're gonna do that right now. And everybody else that already knows how to tie a San Diego jam knot, you can criticize my San Diego jam knot skills. Okay. Let me just find some line that's visible. That's like, oh yeah, I know what I'm gonna use. So musical break for 10-15 seconds, depending if I don't slip and fall. Here we go. All right, I'm back. So check this out. How's this for visible? Can you see this? It's super visible. Here we go. We're gonna do a San Diego jam knot. For those of you that don't know what a San Diego jam knot, how to tie a San Diego jam knot, and this is gonna be your go-to knot here in the saltwater. Okay. Let me just put the rubber band back on this bait so I don't get a hook to the hand while I'm messing with this. Yeah, dude. Six Legals is awesome. Hey Brian. Hey Ryan, what's up, dude? Welcome back. So Ryan, are you actually officially in Alaska now? Did you already leave? Are we gonna get the Alaska report now? Super cool. Okay, always do a Palomar. Let's see. Always do a Palomar knot, says Raphael. Okay, let's see. I'm not great at it. I often forget how to tie it. A San Diego jam knot, really? I can find the CCA. I cannot find the CCA California on the Bay event. I've been going through the page. Check this out. So before we do the San Diego jam knot, I'm just gonna share my screen real quick and see if we can do this. Show you guys how to sign up for that page. Let's see. CCA California. CCACalifornia.org. Let me see if I can share my browser. Boom. Yeah. Okay, there it is. Okay. Here's the page, okay? You see this big old button right here? It says 2020 Day on the Bay with CCA tickets. That's where you want to go. Okay? So if you can get to this page, ccacalifornia.org, and find this button, let me know. Put it in the chat so I know we're on the same page so far. Okay, Modern Renaissance Man. Okay, once you're on that page, let me know. Okay, just throw it in the chat. Okay, got it. Thank you. All right, perfect. Cool. All right, you're in. Good. All right. There's some instant troubleshooting. Right on. Okay, now we're gonna go back to the San Diego jam knot. Okay, so here we go. Now we're gonna talk about some points of reference. Before we talk about any knots, I'm gonna tell you some terminology that you should know. So this side, the side of the line is going to your reel, right? That's just the main line. That's the reel side or the main line, and the part of the reel the part of the line that's hanging out on the other side is the tag line. Okay, so You got the main line, you got the tag. Okay? That's how we refer to the line, so you know which part you're talking about. Okay? So this is a tag. This is the line. Okay? So that's step 1. Just so we're all on the same page. Okay? Now, those of you that don't have that don't know how to tie a San Diego jam knot, I want you to go get something to tie it with right now. So I'm gonna give you guys a minute or two. I'll give you guys like 30 seconds, 45 seconds to a minute to go get something to tie a San Diego jam knot with. Okay, I'm gonna walk you through it step by step. Okay, and it doesn't have to be a lure. It could be like a key ring, something heavy, because that's gonna help you figure it out too. If you could do something heavy, like a key ring, that'll do too. So I'm gonna use this one, right? Or I can use this bait. Let's use the bait because this is an awesome bait. It's an official mascot, one of them. Okay, here we go. All right, when you have your line ready, put in the chat that you're ready. Those of you that are going to tie the knot with me, when you're ready, put it in the chat. Say I'm ready, and then when we have a couple of readies, we'll get started. Okay. So this is the line, and this is the tag end. Okay, the part that's not connected to the reel, or the end of the line. I just posted SD jam knot instructions on MMFC Facebook group. Awesome, Wayne. Thank you. Okay, so here we go. Ready. Okay, Matty 2 Hooks is ready. Slinging Lad Cody is ready. All right, here we go. So first, you're going to take whatever loop you're tying to. Okay, and you're going to put the tag in through the loop. And now your bait is hanging here. Okay. There we go. Okay. And you're going to leave enough tag end to make, so hold like this and to make a loop. Okay. And now you have, I'm going to show you what it looks like. You have the bait hanging down here. Okay. You have a loop. See that? Right there? That cross? You want to leave enough of a tag back here. Okay, so there we go. There's a loop. It's just a cross, a loop. So I hold it from here. I pinch the cross, and then with this hand I start wrapping around it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to do 5. So that's 5. And I put it through the bottom loop like this. Okay? And then you bring it up. And you can pinch it from here instead. Let go of the top. Wait, did I mess it up? Did I mess this up? I messed this up. No, there it is. So you're here with your twist, and then you want to follow the main line. You want to put the tag in the same way. You have to hold it backwards. Here's the main line. Right? See that? So you want your tag to come up the same direction through there. And then you wet the knot, whatever, put it in your mouth or dunk it in the water, and you start to cinch it up. And you end up with something like that. And then you start pulling on it. And you kind of put some more tension on to make it super tight. And then you would cut this tag piece off right there. And then you have a San Diego jam knot right there. It's a fatty. This is a fatty. But yeah, so there you go. That's how you do. That's how I tie mine. If you want to follow the instructions, Wayne just did us a good, awesome favor, and he put the instructions in the Mad Max Fishing Club Facebook group page. So it's on there in the Facebook group. You follow the instructions there, but that's how I tie the San Diego jam knots. So there you go. Cool. that concludes the instructional portion of today's show. That's super funny. All right, cool. I forgot to put it through the bottom loop. Yeah, you got to put it through the bottom loop. Good. Okay, let's see. Dedicated rod for the A-rig. What are you guys using? Good question, Graham. I'm going to hit your question up next. So I'm using a crazy fat rod because I like to throw my camera sometimes on that setup. So I'm fishing extra heavy rod. It's a Phoenix rod, and it's what is it? It's like an 8.5 foot, like an 8-foot rod. Extra heavy. Is extra heavy even a thing? Anyway, it's rated for I think 2 to 8 ounce lures, I think. And then I'm using a Revo Toro S, and it's I can throw a lot of stuff with it. It's got a lot of torque, and the backbone on that rod is super stiff, so it helps. And then when I throw the reason I even got that setup was to throw big swim baits in freshwater, but it works well for my setup with the camera and the A-rig. So that's because it has a lot of drag. So it's a low gear ratio, so you just crank on that thing and it doesn't feel as bad. Let's see. Yeah, but that's my dedicated rod for the A-rig. I have a whole video on it actually. I have a video on that rod and reel setup. Let's see. Yep. Cool. Okay, cool. Good. Yeah, Salty did kill it today. Slayed it. Oh, I forgot to put it through the bottom. Oh yeah, I forgot to put it. Yeah, you gotta put it through the bottom loop. Good. A-rig put in work, but the area held some big uns. Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. Yeah, you're right. Because some of those legals you didn't catch it on the A-rig, you caught it on other stuff. So that's good. Brian says my A-rig setup is a Shimano Tranx 300 with a Dobbins 908 rod. That's a good setup too. That's a good setup. Salty Dangler says Super Fluke Junior got more fish and a few legals on its own. Yep. All right, Slinging Lead, Cody, you got that? Sweet, dude. Yeah, it's a good knot. It's a great knot here for the salt. Slinging Lead. I would use a San Diego Jam knot for mono and fluorocarbon, but still use the Palomar knot if you're tying straight braid to the lure. Okay. Let's see. Jet says about to make my first cast on my new Phoenix Maxim Heavy. Ooh, that's cool. Good luck, Jet. Let us know. That's awesome. It's like live fishing reports. Brian's a 9-foot rod. Cool. Okay. Joaquin, can you make laminated cards with every fish and its season? It would probably be too small of a print to read without a magnifying glass if you put everything on one card. There's a lot of regs because some fish that regs on like size. Some have. They all have regs on size. They all have regs on how many hooks you can use, what types of. So it would be too much information to try to put on 1 or 2 cards. The best way I think to learn your regs, Joaquin, would be to target. Oh, if you have internet access, you can look it up on the fly, right? But it would be to the other way, since like for example, this comes from my spearfishing days. Like in spearfishing, you can't shoot a fish and then see if it's okay to take that fish. You got to know before you shoot it, right? So the way that I learned regs on fish was if I saw a fish that I didn't know what it was, I would go home and look it up, and next time I would know the regs on that fish. Or if I was specifically going out to target a fish, I would read up ahead of time. I'll read all the DFW rules on it and all like the habitat it likes to live in and like what kind of stuff it likes to eat. Basically, it's like you're hunting on land, right? You got to know your prey, and part of knowing your prey is knowing what size and what's the limit on that type of fish, or if you can even take it, right? So learn one species at a time, or maybe 2 species at a time, right? On the boat, it's a little bit more forgiving because if you catch something that's like not the right size or it's not allowed to be taken, you can just release it and it's fine. But with spearfishing, you can't shoot it unless you know it's what you can take. Okay, so yeah, that technique of like learning one species at a time as you go, and next thing you know, you'll know all the species. So it doesn't take that long. Okay, just like every outing, focus on a species or a couple of species, then you'll know all the rules for those species. Then you won't have to think about it again unless there's like an update. Just at the beginning of the year, go back through and read the regs again, just to see if there's any changes, and then you'll be set. It'll be easier to maintain that way. Okay, Wayne says, nice to have 100, 200, 300, and 400 size setup. Yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point. Oh, Coach is in here. Oh, there he is. Sorry, I'm here now. What up, Coach? Nice. Good you can make it. Ryan says, I'm back. I just talked to my son. I finally got to see him again. Oh, sweet. Nice. That's awesome. Cool, Ryan. Joaquin, there's another version for braided. There's another version for braided line. Yes. So, do you know how? Joaquin, do you know how to tie a Palomar knot? Do you know how to tie a Palomar knot, Joaquin? Palomar knot is a little bit more simple than the San Diego Jam knot, but it's a good knot to know as well. Like from what I understand, like the Palomar knot doesn't slip. San Diego Jam knot might slip if you tie it with braid. Oh, what's up, Brian? Above the hook in the house. Joaquin, if you don't know the Palomar knot, let me know. Does everybody know the Palomar knot? If you don't know the Palomar knot, say no. And then we might do the Palomar knot too, real quick. Those are my two go-to knots. Coach says that Palomar is good. Double Palomar is good for braid. I use a Palomar knot. I use a single Palomar knot for braid. That's what I use to tie my A-rig setup, my big setup, to my swivel. And then for my swivel, I connect to whatever device. Let's see. Joaquin says, my bad. I meant there's another guy from San Diego that modified the 619 knot for braid. Oh, got it. I have a tutorial on, yeah, sweet. Cool. Okay. So let's see what else is going on here today. Above the hook. Have you guys been getting out? Fishing? Rafael says, I once spent 30 on a couple of lures and I took them to the beach to do some surf fishing, and both times the lures broke off within 15 minutes of being there. So I just basically threw the $30 to the ocean. What kind of lures were they? Did they float? If they float, they could probably like wash up on shore. Yeah, I see Gemini is good. Everybody's like, that sucks. Yeah, that does suck. Oh, that's funny. I see Roy says, I thought CCA had a laminated fish ID card. Might be a good place to start. Yeah, it does. But see, the thing with that, Roy, what I don't want to encourage is a shortcut for that. You know, like as an angler, if you're gonna be out there taking fish or just even fishing, it's your responsibility as an angler to know the regulations, right? Like it's okay to like ask here and like we're gonna give you some pointers here and there, but ultimately what you should be doing is reading the regs yourself, right? Not trying to find a Cliff Notes version of it, because the game warden is not gonna care if you didn't read the whole regs. He's gonna cite you for whatever you did wrong. And the crappy part about that is that if you go out there do stuff that you don't know is illegal, to the game warden, you're still an angler, right? You're representing everybody. So if you don't know the regs, you're misrepresenting the whole community. Okay, so it's your responsibility as a hunter, as an angler to know your regulations. Okay, so that's my take on that. I want you guys to get good at. I want you guys to know your regs. You got to know your regs. Okay, let's see. At least know the regs of the fish you're targeting, for starters, and then just target those fish, and then you'll get better at those regs. Okay. Salty SoCal says, just bought my first Hobie. What? 2013 Hobie Outback Took it for a spin today and can't believe how nice the Mirage Drive is. Can't wait to take it fishing. Oh, okay, so you just took it out, you didn't fish? Oh, man, that sucks. That's good, though. That's good. Graham says, can you use the SD jam knot with a drop shot? No, with the drop shot, I would use the Palomar knot. The Palomar knot with a drop shot is nice. It's good. Oh, I'm trying to find my giant hook. I wonder if I have my giant hook somewhere. I don't know where my giant hook went. I have a video on the Palomar knot too. I'll put that up here in a second, so you can check that out. I use basically a giant hook, and yeah, the Palomar knot is cool because for the drop shot. Because after you tie the Palomar knot, you put the tag in back to the front side of the loop, and it makes it to where the hook kind of suspends this way with the hook facing up. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, it's a good knot, especially for a drop shot. I use that knot for. I'll use it for braid. I'll use it for mono and fluoro. When I'm doing a drop shot setup. Okay, let's see. Here we go. There we go. Knot. Oh, wrong one. Okay, so here's the link for the Palomar knot. See if this works. Okay, I'm putting that in the chat for you. There we go. Palomar knot. And in this video, I shall also show you how to use the Palomar knot in a drop shot configuration. So check that video out too. And then I'll also have another video for the San Diego jam knot actually. So I want to throw that in there too while people are interested in it. So let's see, SD jam knot. There it is. It's in the chat. Cool. And if you're watching the replay, I'll put it in the actual stream description. Cool. Let's see what else we got in here. I like the Alberto knot because it's super low profile, goes through these guides easy. So that's an Alberto knot. It's like a joint knot between your main line and your leader. Good stuff. Okay. Salty says I use a uni at the weight, so if it gets stuck, hopefully I only lose the weight. Ah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, let's see. Joaquin says I'm about ready for the Barracuda. Roger that. So, Graham says roger that. Cool. Okay, good. Keep it going. Oh, cool. So yeah. It's a cool vessel to be on the Outback. That's what I fish. The drop shot never fails with the Palomar. Never falls with the Palomar knot. Yeah, cool. Salty. After rigging the A rig with cool baits, underspins, and Kitex, I clinched up 3 times. I got stuck. Yeah, it's an expensive setup. There's definitely some cheap lures you can get. Like I have one cool baits on the center of mine, and on the side there's like some cheapy I think they're called teaser heads. It has a little bit of a face, but not that much weight to it. And then I use two size 5 blades on top. I'm using gold blades right now. Rafael Cueva says, okay, cool. Okay, nice work. Cool. Brian, I need that for my kayak. Raphael says, that feeling of watching your whole lure fly off after you cast it, yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Alberto and FG knot are the same near as I know. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so I use the FG knot, and if Alberto is the same thing as an FG knot, then yeah, that's a cool knot. The only thing with the FG knot is I can't tie it on something that's less than like a 10-pound leader. I end up always breaking the leader before it cinches down, so I can only tie it on 15-pound and higher. I just have too much strength, guys. It's just too powerful. Just like I just ripped through that thing. Let's see. Salty SoCal says, can you talk a little bit about fish finders? Looking to buy one for the new Outback, but don't know where to start. Cool. That's a good question. So I would recommend that you don't get a fish finder right away if you're not going to fish like La Jolla. If you're just going to fish the bay, learn to fish without a fish finder first. Give it like at least a couple of months, maybe like 6 months without a fish finder. And then once you decide you're ready for a fish finder, you got to ask yourself, do I want like down scan and what is it? Down imaging? Sorry, do I want just like down scan? Sorry, regular sonar and down scan, or do I want those two and side scan? Right, because those are two different setups. On the one, it's just going to show you what's below the boat in two different frequencies, two different views, the sonar and the down scan, depending on the manufacturer, but similar technology. And then if you want to do the side scan, you need a different transducer. It's going to be more expensive, but you'll get the same two views plus be able to see what's on the side of the boat, right? And that ups the price, right? Because you're going to want probably a bigger display so you can have all that stuff up on the screen, right? But if you're just doing sonar and down scan, then you probably just can split the screen in half and you'll be good. You can see some good resolution on there. But if you're going to do side scan, down scan, and regular sonar and GPS, right, then you want a bigger screen, right? It's just depends on what you want. So if you're just going to fish the bay, I have side scan, but I don't really use it that much in the bay. Unless I was looking for bait, right? Or fish, like free floating fish. But most of the stuff in the bay is on the bottom. So I don't really side scan that much. I have it running just to see like interesting stuff on the floor. But the real helpful piece is just the down scan and the sonar. So that's how I use it. But then for La Jolla, then I would want to have like the whole thing with the side scan and everything. But yeah, it really comes down to knowing what type of fishing you want to do, right? And then tooling up for that kind of fishing. Because if you just go and buy a bunch of stuff and you're not doing that kind of fishing, like what's the point, right? Are you gonna go buy a really fancy fish finder and then you don't even need to use it to do the type of fishing you're trying to do, right? So figure out what type of fishing you want to get into and then tool up for that type of fishing. Let's see. I'm fishing La Jolla and offer other reefs. Been kayak fishing for almost 2 years. And what about waypoints? All right, cool. Yeah, then you probably do need a sonar. I mean, a device. Amanda says, if you get a Lowrance fish finder, stay away from the X models. They are much cheaper, but do not have GPS, plotting, or good charts. That's a good pointer, Maddie. Thank you. Brian says, Salty Perfect setup for a rig. Mine's the same. 4 1/8 ounce cool baits plus 1 ounce cool baits for stinger. Oh, cool. Got it. Let's see. Sabiki hook size based on bait being caught. Yep, that's a good point. Above the hook says, I use P-line Sabiki with red hooks. They seem to catch more bait at La Jolla. Super good tip right there, Ryan. Thank you. I've been fishing from kayaks. Okay, good. Got that one already. see. Okay, good. My local shop didn't have the 1/8, and they are out of the 1/4. So what do you have it on? Let me see. Let me look up what Salty has on his A rig. Oh, I see 4 3/16. I think 3/16 is good. And 1 3. Yeah, I think that's a good balance. Salty, I like that setup. That's a good balance. Let's see. Maddie says, what size should I be buying? Size what? Oh, Sabiki? Oh, I see. Okay, good. Okay, good. You guys are answering the questions. I'm good. I'm just gonna watch. Raphael says, I use it for depth of water and drop-offs. Yep, that's good. Joaquin says you should make a fish finder that also tells the sewage level in the water. Well, some fish finders don't tell you the sewage level, but they tell you like the clarity. Wayne says, personally, I don't use a sabiki. I use a 1/2 ounce mega bait jig for bait. Yeah, Wayne, I do need caffeine. Yeah, good point. I got up like at 4:30 today. 4:30 today was crazy. I need to bring the energy. I'm contemplating between two different Lowrance models: a Hook Reveal 5 split shot or Hook Reveal 7 triple shot. 300 price difference between the two models. Oh yeah. So Salty. Oh yeah. So that's Maddie. So the one other thing to consider is that if you do the triple shot, then your transducer has to be below the hull, so it won't be flush with the hull anymore. If you do a split shot, then it's within the hull and it's like smooth. But if it's not within the hull, then you can have like a little bit of a bump hanging down there, so it'll be like a vulnerable point. They make what is it? Berkeley Pro makes a good cover for that to kind of protect it. It's a cool invention. Let's see. Yeah, Salty said it works. That's for sure. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Slingbait. Pro tip learned Saturday: fish finder can have the tide data loaded. Yeah, yeah, Cody, that's true. I didn't know that. So the fish finder, well, some fish finders will have the tide chart on there, and it's like a big old button right there on the side. I never saw it before because I'm always in the chart. So when I went to my home screen, and then Brian told me about it, I was like, oh, that's cool. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Above the hook says, I found the 5 screen seemed way small, being that they have the landscape screen. I like the 7 size better. I like the 5 old. Oh, okay, yeah. That's a good observation there, Ryan. Good observation. Yeah. I think a 7 and 9 is good. A 7 or a 9 is good. I fish a 12. I fish a Lowrance Elite TI 12. That thing is a freaking big screen TV, but I love it because I could run downscan, a sonar, and side scan across the whole bottom. So I get to see all the stuff that fell off the docks, and it's pretty funny. Yeah. Hey, what up, Sam? Graham in the house. Let's see. Salty says the reveal saves. The reveal saves screen space. Don't need 2 screens for down and sonar. Yes, I need to do that upgrade, Salty. That's a great. Thanks for the reminder. I hope I can upgrade mine. I should be able to. It's pretty dang new. Maddie says the size seems too big, no? And eventually it's going to crap out. I wonder what the average life for a fish finder on a kayak is. That's a great question, Maddie. Just picked up a Hobie live well today. Oh, Graham just picked up a Hobie live well today. Can you leave the intake tube installed even when you're not using it. Yeah, I don't see why. Yeah, I don't see why not. Should be fine. Sam says, I thought because it was a holiday, I was off today. So you weren't off today? I thought, oh no, it's on today. We asked on Monday if you guys want to still do it. So I was like, all right, let's do it. Everybody was in. So I'm like, if you guys are showing up, I'm showing up. Are you off work today, Sam? Did you get to fish this weekend? How many of you launch through the surf with your fish finder attached, or do you have it in a dry bag and hook it once you? My fish finder is waterproof. I think most fish finders are waterproof. Not like dunk. Yeah, I think that. I mean, the connections all have like little twist seals. It should be pretty water resistant, Maddie. Let's see. Brian says, I have a Simrad Go 9, but I have a boat. Yep. Salty says, can't comment on longevity, but the 9 is only 3/8 taller, but 1.5 inch wider than the 7. Let's see. I have a hook 2.5 split shot, and I think it's small, but compared to Roman's, it's no. The way I see it, it all depends on how much stuff you want to have displayed, right? And I'm like a nerd, so I like to have all the stuff up there, even though I don't use it half the time. I don't recommend leaving the tube in the live well unless you are leaving it on the yak. Oh, got it. Thanks, Ryan. I don't mess around with bait tanks that often. Somebody did a thumbs down. Says Joaquin, yeah, that's fine. Thumbs down still count as an interaction. So even though they think they're doing me a disservice, they're actually helping the channel because it's considered an action that a viewer is taking. So, and in the eyes of YouTube, they'll take it. It's actually a good thing. But do give it a thumbs up if you now that you reminded me. Okay, I have the same Simrad 9 on my boat, Brian. Can't imagine a 12 screen on the kayak. Yeah, I have to basically land all my fish on one side. But I'm getting used to it. It's cool. I don't have to strain to look at it, and I can stand up. It's in one position, tilt it slightly up, so if I stand up, I can look down and see it as well. So it's convenient. Let's see. I launched with the fish finder, but be careful of the SD card port. Water can get in there and try and yeah. Okay, cool. Put shoe goo in the port that covers to fix that. Oh, that's cool. That's a good point. All kinds of good tips. All kinds of good tips right there. Salty SoCal says, bait question. How fragile are mackerel and what type of live well can work as that can be a bucket with an aerator and frozen bottle, or do they need a consistent flow of fresh water? That's a great question. I would go with a bait well and you constant flow of fresh water. And I think Kevin talked about this the other day too. Like there's like little bait tubes that you can use that you just kind of hang over the side. Like he wouldn't recommend putting too many in there because they end up getting damaged. But yeah, just go with the bait tank. Wayne says, sorry, gotta go early. Good night, all. No worries, Wayne. Good night. Thanks for jumping on. Good night, Wayne. Says everybody. Okay, bait question. Okay, how fragile? Okay, got that one. Wayne says, okay, good. He's gone. Joaquin says, salty. Genius, frozen water bottle. Yeah, that will keep the water cold, and if you aerate it, yeah, it's fine. But I think it's still better to do with the bait tank. That way, there's no things floating around inside, knocking against the fish. Roman, what model fish finder do you have? I have a Lowrance Elite TI2. Sorry, Lowrance Elite TI2 12. Yeah, it's a big fish finder. I have to have a 50 milliamp hour battery. And it's actually sponsored on that battery by the good folks at BioNO Power. Good stuff over there. It's a lithium battery. It's super light. That's gonna be an upcoming video too. Crazy times. Cool. Yeah. So how's yeah, so see Ryan at Above the Hook says live well hands down the best for live bait. Yeah, it's like pretty much it's designed to keep those things alive. And you want to have water bottles in there clanking around, smashing those things. And then you'll have fresh water from the surrounding water. That's kind of what they're used to being in. Last input. Plano makes a floating bait canister that can tow next to your kayak. Poor man's bait tank. That's true. That's a good option too. And just for those, you gotta make sure you don't put too many in there. Bullbuster Brand, what's up? Welcome. What up, Roman? Just getting ready to wrap up the show. Welcome. Glad you made it out. Bullbuster, we'll be back on tomorrow at 7. We'll be finishing we'll be back to the regular schedule Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. I'm gonna get some sleep, so I'm not so. I just realized how tired I am when Wayne mentioned it. Ryan says 50 size battery. What are the dimensions of that thing? Do we need to take another musical break? Musical break. I'm gonna get the battery real quick so I can show you guys, because it's better to show than to tell. Be right back. Go some serious show and tell. All right, so sweet, awesome, Ryan. Joaquin says here in Phoenix, Arizona, frozen water bottles is perfect. The temp is 114 in the summer. Wow, crazy. Okay, so Ryan wanted to see this battery. Let's bring this puppy out. So I keep it on the kayak on a Pelican case. It's an ammo case. Let me get this mouse out of the way. So the ammo case is a Pelican ammo B250 case. Okay, look at this bad boy. It's heavy. It's not terribly heavy. So there's the case. Right? And then let me get the battery out of here. Okay, the actual battery is here. Don't mind all the extra cables. So here's what the actual battery looks like. So it weighs about, let's see. It's not too bad. Like this, my smaller battery for my bait tank weighs almost as much. I'll get an actual weight for you guys. I just don't have a scale set up. It's not a car battery size. Let me get dimensions for you real quick. I mean, I could probably stick this in the front hatch, but I like to put it in that Pelican case. So let's see, it's 7 inches tall. It's 9 inches long and I'd say 4.5 wide. Okay. But this thing will run my unit for like 2.5 days. I've done multiple days without charging it. So like it ran, and that's like a full brightness running the, let's see what Both Hook says. Size 50 battery, what? Okay, let's see. Okay, bring it out. Is that damn? If your kayak hits 88 miles per hour, you will get back to the future. That's hilarious. That's so good. If your kayak hits 88 miles per hour, you'll get back to the future with that battery. Yeah, that's right. It looks pretty heavy. Car battery size? No, it's like about half of a car battery size. Almost a car battery size. Yeah, those are the dimensions. Again, like 8 3/4 by 7 by about 4.5. Okay. Lithium iron phosphate battery. Yeah, it's light compared to like what you would expect from like a 50. If you got like a traditional 50 amp hour battery, it'd be a lot bigger than this. And I have it basically rigged up with these connectors, and then this is the connector it comes with to charge. It's a cool battery. Yeah, lithium. Yep, lithium. Let's see. Definitely Above the Hook gets the best comment of the night. Oh, it's so funny. Sweet. Is the battery in my boat goes dead? I know where to go. Yeah, that's fine. We can use it. I don't care. If we need to jump start it, that'd be fun. That'd be fine. So the other day, my kid's Power Wheel ran out of juice, and instead of charging it, I rigged up this battery in that thing, and that thing ran forever. All right, here's the actual sounder, so you guys can check it out. The batteries I use are the size of a palm, or the size of my palm. 2 20 amp hour with a smart auto switcher over one whenever one goes dead. That's cool. That's a cool setup. It adds layers of complexity that I don't want to deal with. I stick that thing on the front hatch. It fits. If I had like a PA12, I would want something like that where it's like a smaller surface area. But that thing is fine. It takes up most of my front hatch, and I'm okay with it. And then because I usually only hold like rain gear in there in my front hatch, so it's the perfect spot for it, and it balances out my kayak. And yeah, it's a good setup for me. All right, so here's the actual head unit for the fish finder I use. So it's got the it's got some salt on it from this morning, but that's it. It's the Lowrance Elite TI212. Just the big ram ball. I connect it to my H rail. And it's like right there. I can see all the fish down there. And this hood scoop makes it look, this little visor cover makes it look even more huge. But yeah, that's it. Let's see. That's what I have to switch. Damn, dude, are you Playing Mortal Kombat, I think. Yeah. No, so like my secret plan behind getting this big fish finder. My secret plan behind getting that big fish finder is that someday I'm gonna get a boat. So I'm buying all the stuff that I can put on a boat, and eventually, it's like I'm buying nice rims for my car before I buy the car. But yeah, it's and like so the combination of like planning to get a boat down the road and wanting to have everything on the screen at once and not lose too much resolution. That's why I went for the bigger model. And I knew it was going to be like a little bit of a obscenity, like to have such a big display on a kayak. And I'll forget about it. I will forget about the fish finder because it's not new to me anymore because I see it all the time. But like I'll be on the water fishing and I notice people like staring. I'm like, what are they looking at? It's weird. Like I'll see a boat cruise by and they're kind of like staring. And I'm like, what are they looking at? And I realize they're looking at the freaking fish finder. So Brian says heavier the kayak, the better, right? For wind. That's right. Damn, that sucks. Switch didn't work. Let's see. Raphael says you can see the fish before they are born with that screen. Nice. Great plan. Was disappointed for sure. Did what the instructions said, but maybe I messed it somehow. Oh, what happened, Salty? Oh, that's why I have to switch. Oh. Salty says, oh, the lithium battery? Okay, I'll have to follow up with that later. Oh, is that the best Shiva ever? Huh? I'm not sure what that means. Weigh down. Okay, good. Oh, does it weigh down one side of the kayak? It doesn't actually, because it balances out with the battery. So the fish finder is not as heavy as a battery, and so when the fish finder is off to the side, and I even have it hanging a little bit out, so I can still have access to my rods. And then I put the battery in the front, but lean it towards the right, and so it kind of balances out. So it's still balanced sideways anyway, and forward and backwards. Bullbuster says, damn, I would be scared launching with that thing. I guess you launched in calm waters. Yes, launch in calm waters. And I think if I do end up launching in La Jolla with that, I would not put it up until I'm on the water. And do the same thing. Take it down and put it away before getting off the water. Let's see. So far mine has been working. We will see if it fails in the future. Okay, I think you guys are talking about a specific fish finder. The same monitor was used for the hunt. Monitor is hilarious. The same monitor was used for the hunt in Red October. You probably have a lazy boy on your kayak, huh? No, I wish. But the kayak is pretty comfortable. The chair is pretty comfortable. Once you get a boat, mine got 4 batteries, and at $200 each. Dang, it's a lot of batteries. Yeah, but you also have an alternator, so you can charge stuff off the engine. Brian, I've never noticed this, but do you shut your motor off while you're drifting, or do you always keep the motor on? So I got a big ocean kayak, Trident 15, and so far I just strapped it on the roof rails of my Jeep Cherokee. I'm getting some heavy cables for security. Any more suggestions, or is that pretty good on its own? Yeah, I think the ocean kayaks aren't that heavy. Just make sure that you do put a cable through it in case your straps fail, and don't use the straps that have a ratchet on it. Use the straps that you just kind of pull, and it's got like a push button, like a lock. Don't use the ones that have a ratchet, because what people will do with the ratchet ones, they end up ratcheting it too much, and you'll see the kayak actually like fold. So that's too tight. Put the straps around the kayak. Put the straps around the skinnier part of the kayak, since most kayaks have like an oval shape, right? Put the straps around the thinner parts, so the center part can't go through the loops, and you won't have to tighten it. So just tighten it hand tighten it basically. You don't need to do the ratchets. Don't get the ratchets. Alex says Roman would have. Alex says Roman should have come to Shore Pounders. Yeah, I intended to, but I fell asleep after the big dinner, after fishing in the morning, and then I woke up at like 8:30, thinking it was a weekday, missing I thought I had missed the show. Cool. All right, guys. I think that's gonna be the show for tonight. Let's hope you guys have had a great week, a great long weekend, and hope you guys got some good fishing done. Let's start to wrap up the show. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time to hang out and talk about fishing with me. It was fun. Do me a big favor and hit that like button before you guys take off. And also, I can't see how many people are actually on here. I don't know. It's still kind of not telling me. Can you put in the chat how many people are on here and how many likes? If you haven't liked the stream yet, give this stream a like, please. And if you want to get this shirt up here or other shirts like it, designed by myself, just designed by me. Oh, cool, perfect. Go check out shop.romancastro.com. I have a bunch of stickers there. The official Mad Max Fishing Club T-shirt, Angry Butt T-shirts, Spotty Republic T-shirts, Grumpy Spotty T-shirts, all kinds of fun stuff that has to do with fishing. Thank you, Roman. See you tomorrow, everybody. Cool. Good night, guys. Good night. 4,576 likes and 1 dislike. Yes. Hilarious. That's hilarious. Awesome. Thanks, guys. It's fun. It was fun. I will see you guys tomorrow at 7. Do me a favor and invite anybody who you think would enjoy the show. And if you have any questions about fishing, or if you have friends that have any questions about fishing, invite them to the show, have them come on here, ask their questions, and we'll try to help them out as best as we can. If you haven't joined the community yet, go check out Mad Max Fishing Club on Facebook, and then that'll take you to the Facebook group. Ask to join, we'll approve you. And then also you can join our Discord. Instructions to join Discord are on Facebook, so the gateway is to be the Facebook page, okay? If you are, questions, all that good stuff, and you can't wait for the next show, then put it in the Facebook group or also in the Discord. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. Good night.